control.
Now what we gonna do right here is settle the score. Look around you. We got a whole room full of monsters. We gonna shut it down like this. Let's go. Yeah. The tricks of the trade, the rules of the game. I've been to the top and I've been to the bottom. I tell you, they look about the same. I can speak about comfort. I can speak about pain. You wanna come do this? Study my movements. Go up and sit in the grain. See, I never heard of vacations. Bro, that word to me is insane. I'd rather put hands in the dirt as I put in the work and watch suckers complain. Cause all they regard is who go the hardest. Whole family is just chock full of ballers. Who gonna tell them I never been there? I step in the circle, just know I'm prepared. I win or I learn, I never will lose. The fork in the road, which one will you choose? Look, the people need answers. You ready to dance? This one for the champs. The blood, sweat, and tears of my stripes. I only tell stories of fights. You learn that the struggle is part of the hustle. Don't ever mistake them as gripes. First I hit them with lefts, then I hit them with rights. After all that I've been through, I gotta continue to cut through that bull with a knife. You holding me up, so I'm rising. You want me to fail, was surprised. I'm addicted to winning, so since the beginning, I only focus on horizons. All they record is who go the hardest. Whole family is the chock full of ballers. Who wanna tell them I never been there? I step in the circle, just know I'm prepared.
I'm Todd Grisham, and all the seats have been sold. We're live at the Empire Fight Camp. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
Sugar Ray Leonard, one of the greatest all-time, won world titles in 5 weight classes. Saul Canelo Alvarez.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Palmer Park, Maryland, a legend of the sport, the 5-division champion of the world.
They'll be fighting under the lights tonight. What a unique environment as we get set for this high-energy showdown.
The fans are getting desperate. They want to get involved in this fight. And now the action's about to begin.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. We're expecting an all-action slugfest. That jab doesn't find a home. Miss with that jab. Punch, counter punch. The media expects a lot from this fight under the stars here at night.
These fighters are about to block themselves off and say, right, that's it. Keep out of it. Now it's fight time. The whole day, everybody's been waiting for these two. This is it. This is it.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. They're giving us a high-tempo show. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move. You hit and you don't get hit.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Do you believe what we're seeing? Nope, that jab not going to score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Couldn't land that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards, gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot...
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They exchange punches. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Sugar Ray Leonard dazed. How are they still standing?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Should we be surprised if these two fighters go the distance tonight, considering how much they've emphasized their physical fitness? Catch and shoot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nope, that hook won't score. Beautiful counter punch. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
It's bombs away. That counter shot lands. Nice stop, but that won't score. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.
victory all in my eyes. Enemies only can see my demise. Envision my downfall, it's not in my view. I only look up, I will not be subdued. Can never submit, position is grip. The mission persists like it's built out of bricks. In the gym I commit, knocking shit out of shit. Hit equipment till I lose the feel in my fists. Precision my gift. Decisions are swift. At home in the ring, it's like I live in this beat. And I'm undisputed. So undisputed. Yeah. Pound for pound, 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 pound for pound. Will feel like the night of the fight. Feels like the fight of my life. Lighting my fire, can't even remember which finger is injured or what tired is like. Trained through the pain, flipping them tires. Barbells was lifting them skyward and higher. I ran through the rain, work till I'm drained. Put on headphones and do it all over again. Chains clang from hitting the bag. Throwing them fast, trying to fold it in half. Footwork rehearsed till I float in the flash. Searching for weakness, immersed in my defense. Please don't be too slow with the pads. But I'm still matching the motion it has. Shoulder rolling, find an opening and let them go like I'm holding the soul in my hands. Set it free, set it free, set it free. Flow like a butterfly, sting like a pound for pound, 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 pound. Do it for my mama, do it for my father. Family affair, my whole family in here. I do it for the block, do it for the soldiers, do it for the sport, do it for the culture. I'm undisputed.
I'm Todd Grisham. Welcome to the one and only Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
Time for our tale of the tape. It's Roy Jones Jr. weighing in. It's Roy. And they'll be facing Antonio Tarver. You're looking at the... You've heard of people dancing underneath the moonlight? Tonight, it's a fight underneath the moonlight. And what a fight it should be.
You can hear the noise, you can hear the fans. I've been to many fights like this, and it's very real.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The jab doesn't quite connect. Failing to score with that right hook. It's fight night, and as you can see, it is night as we fight under the stars for this big, highly anticipated main event.
How picturesque is this, Todd? How perfect is this? It's perfect for us, not for the fighters because they're the ones getting hit, but for us, how picturesque is this? This is what it's all about. This is the beauty of our sport.
This is with the straight left. Caution being thrown to the wind. Nice looking right hook, but he blocked it. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
puncher's going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Nice job getting that punch through. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Fantastic punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different...
On to the second round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. You'd like to see more jabs. The straight right just misses. This fight has a real good flow to it. Punch caught him clean. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want. What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Nice counter shot. How about that time counter shot? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it.
I like it. I'm happy.
And there's the bell for round 3. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
down goes Antonio Tarver. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
One punch could change everything in this battle. Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
That jab doesn't score. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Beautiful counter punch. That counter shot lands. Just misses with that uppercut. Insane action. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Talk about Tarver in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Breathe. You don't want to lose this fight, do you?
Great work. I love it. I love it. That jab slick.
Go back out there and win the round. Get back behind you.
That right hand's beautiful. Beautiful. That's it. Start sticking a few.
Come on, you've let him back into the fight. You're much better than this guy. You're much better. He's not in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together.
There's the bell for round 4. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Jab misses. Good counter punching. Defense is not an option for these two. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's a counter shot. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Well done with that counter shot. And he misses with that straight left. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Perfect punch. Through the straight left, but it won't score. A perfect counter shot. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
You've got to go out.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good?
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Missing with the hook. And he scores with the counter. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Nice counter shot. Wow, let's take another look at that.
I need to see that again.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Is that forever hope? Remember the fighter Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of heart we need to see.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. talked about Tarver in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right.
Don't worry, that's it. Now breathe.
Let's start the 6. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Catch and shoot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Those counter punches have to hurt. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Misses with the straight left. Stamina is off the charts. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrating, because if you let him get away with it, he throws you down.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
He misses with that straight left. Good counter punch. That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. When are we going to see a jab from these two? What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect.